Hey, some more English folks. Mr. Summers here. I know I don't look the same. I don't have my tie. I'm wearing a hat to cover the bald spot, and I'm not in my classroom. This is one of my favorite rooms of my house. It is very small. It's got my books, and it's a place where I can sit and study and think and prepare really great class material for you guys. I know that you were hoping, crossing the fingers, that we would not come back and that you would be done for the year. But if you are anything like my kid, he remains unnamed, you might have realized that over the last 2 weeks, there are some things that you probably could use some remediation on and some extra work on and some practice. Ultimately, the big idea is practice. Well, there has been a lot going on over the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. For example, you probably are like me. Unless you have a parent who cuts hair, you're probably growing your hair longer than it's been in probably some time. If not yet, it will be soon enough. You probably have gotten to work on some of those athletic skills, outdoors, playing basketball with siblings, or learning how to play the instruments better that you've been playing. Maybe you picked up a new talent in playing the oboe, or you got a new pet chinchilla or something like that. Hopefully, you have stayed healthy. Young people tend to, get in the mix and going places and being with each other with this whole 6-foot social distancing order and all of that. They get too close together and they want to go to the park because they're tired of being home and stuck in the confines of these places where we are. But it's not that good. So over the next month, the game plan is for us to get practice reading, for us to have fun with some of our class discussions and activities. And I think that what you'll find is the majority of the work that we do, beyond the reading, which everyone has to do, is going to be including ways that you can work on improving scores from the past that you have not gotten as high of a score as you would have liked. So this next week, we're going to finish up a unit that is from the beginning, not from the beginning. You're going to finish up a unit from the week before we left, where we were in the middle of reading Ralph Waldo Emerson's text, Self-Reliance. And we were thinking about what the meaning of that complex text was, and we were trying to crack into the noggin, the brain of those transcendentalists, such as Emerson and Henry David Thoreau and Margaret Fuller. So, week 1, we're going to really crack down on analyzing the development of a claim in one of those texts. And we're going to meet 3 times a week, 2 for sure, and the 3rd if necessary. The 2 times per week that we will for sure meet will be on Wednesdays. And we will meet at 3 different times: 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. And in each of those times, the goal is that we're going to meet for a total of about 45 minutes apiece. So you will have a choice in attending one of those 3 sessions. And then Friday will be not 3 times, but probably just 1 time, and it'll be at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And we'll play that by ear as to see if that is needed. It's going to be a time to be able to seek help if you need it, and we can have discussions with the people who need that. All right, so week 1, there's going to be some activities that you'll need to do that will be routine, such as achieve 3,000 articles. You'll also have routine activities such as ACT prep using the prepfactory.com website, prepfactory.com. And those 2 will be routine things. Also, then we're going to be reading and working on that, analyzing the development of a claim assignment, and it will be modeled for you on Monday. The following week, we're going to begin reading some poetry and studying satire, and then finishing out the year with a reading of Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, or Huck Finn. That's the gist. Now I'm going to give you just a little video tutorial of the way that you can access materials beginning on Monday. Stay tuned here, and I'll follow up with some screenshots. A trip down memory lane. You remember this page. This is a website called Blackboard. We use it at Oxford High School, though you might have forgotten it. And you can click on my class, Summers English 10 Pre-AP 2019, and any regular communication I have with you will be done through announcements. All right, and you know it's coming. If you've not seen this already, you know it's here. You now know it's here. And so basically, a rundown is intro stuff. 3 tips. These are 3 very important things to make online learning, which you did not sign up for, as good as it can be. So consider it, pre-AP students, your opportunity to get a glimpse into what some of your future classes are like in college. Number 1, if you review your teacher's materials and complete your work early in the day, your school day will not be as long as your normal school day. I can just about guarantee that. I'm talking about all of your classes combined, possibly being completely done within a 3-hour time frame. Compare that to 7 or 8 hours and then your additional sports. So this is still not that big of an interruption in your day, and yet you're getting some of the mental stimulation and academic stimulation you need so that you don't become blocks over the next 4 months. Number 2, you will benefit by soaking in information through multiple modes of communication. In other words, if I have an online whole class meeting, go to it, on Mondays and Wednesdays and some Fridays, and follow the instructions and attend at least one of those sessions. Number 2, if I'm communicating via the welcome screen messages on announcements, then click on the announcements and read them regularly. Wake up, let that be the first thing that you do, is check to see what your teachers have messaged you for that day. And anything written, anything visual, any videos that I create, I don't do them for my health. I definitely have tons of honeydew chores that my wife has for me to do while I'm here. And by the way, she's also now working from home. So, husband and wife team at home, working on our kids, making sure they're learning what they need to learn. Hopefully your parents will also push you to do the same. Number 3, it's only for about 5 or 6 weeks. But this way of learning can potentially help you learn much more quickly and comprehensively than being in an actual classroom. And I really do truly believe that, because in my classroom, for behavior management purposes, for my own sanity, a lot of the time we try to keep the train on the tracks. We try to keep everybody as closely together as possible. But in this particular venue, you have opportunities to step aside from your learning to look up things on various websites, or to look at new videos or extended learning opportunities and things like that. So this is going to be a door of opportunity for you to not have to keep the exact same pace as everybody in the class, as well as to work at various times that are most beneficial for you. Don't just work, late in the day when you're tired and you just want to go to bed or play games. Get up in the morning at a time that you would most industriously work, and get it done fast, or done at a good pace, and have it done early so that you can move on to other activities that you could involve in at home, and not getting people exposed to any viruses. All right, so once you're here, click on Jacket's Nest. And look, I've got something here for you. Come on in, learn here virus-free, starting on Monday. All right, and these are 3 areas that I am building currently. You see them here, but you can click on them starting on Monday for what we need to do. Number 1, routine must-haves. This is going to be where like Achieve 3000 is, as well as Prep Factory link, and any other routine must-haves that I deem very important. Daily grammar practice is really one of those very important things. So practice on grammar, practice on structure of mechanics and things like that. That will be here at routine must-haves, because you don't want to lose that before August. Number 2, super cool instructional modules. You'll click here and you'll get me providing you with videos. Also, this is where we will have any resources that you need to click on and open up to be able to help you with getting your assignments done. Number 3, just tell me what to do. This is where you can go for the specific assignment instructions that you will see come Monday that we'll be building on as we go throughout the next 4 or 5 weeks. All right, well, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. I will open up a Blackboard Collaborate session located here on Monday, and the first session will be at 8 o'clock. We'll go 8, 12, 3, those 3 times through the day, just to be able to have what'll probably end up being, I can't say because I've not done it yet with this form of communication, but I would guess that we'll do these for about 30 to 45 minutes max. All right? If you have any additional questions once we get rolling, feel free to communicate via email, and I will try to answer those as best as I can. I'm going to miss you guys. Y'all were a very awesome group to get to teach face-to-face. We had a lot of fun in class, and I hope that you have gotten a lot out of this year. I'm going to miss saying goodbye. I'm going to miss all of those things that you only get when you see each other in a physical classroom. But I'll leave the crying for the end of the school year. We're not going to do any of that yet. By the way, check it out. I actually wrote you a book. There it is.